Asia Bibi, Karima Baloch, Jagjit Kaur, Gulala Ismail. These are the faces of women oppression in Pakistan.
Hello and welcome to this new episode of Explained on NewsX. In June 2009, Asia Norbin or Asia Bibi was harvesting falsa berries with a group of other women farmhands in a field in Sheikhpura district of Punjab in Pakistan. She was asked at one point to fetch water from a nearby well, to which she complied, but stopped to take a drink with an old metal cup she found lying next to a well. A neighbor of Noreen Musahat, who had been involved in a feud with Asia Noreen's family about some property damage, saw her and angrily told her that it was forbidden for a Christian to drink water from the same utensil from which Muslims drink, and that some of the other workers considered her to be unclean because she was a Christian. Referring to the caste system in Pakistan, Noreen recounts that when they made derogatory statements about Christianity and demanded that she convert to Islam, she responded, "I believe in my religion and in Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for the sins of mankind. What did your Prophet Muhammad ever do to save mankind? And why should it be me that converts instead of you?" quote unquote. An argument then ensued. A mob came to her house, beating her and members of her family before she was taken away by the police. The police initiated an investigation about her remarks, resulting in her arrest under Section 295C of the Pakistan Penal Code. What began later was years of prosecution, imprisonment, conviction, and even a death penalty. Noreen denied that she had committed blasphemy and said she had been accused by her neighbor to settle an old score. In November 2010, Muhammad Naveed Iqbal, a judge of the court of Sheikhpura, Punjab, sentenced her to death by hanging. With the verdict, she became the first woman condemned to death in Pakistan on blasphemy charges. Noreen described the day of her sentencing as follows: "I cried alone, putting my head in my hands. I can no longer bear the sight of people full of hatred, applauding the killing of a poor farm worker. I no longer see them, but I still hear them. The crowd who gave the judge a standing ovation, saying, 'Kill her, Allahu Akbar.' The courthouse is invaded by a euphoric horde who broke down the doors, chanting vengeance for the Holy Prophet. Allah is great. I was then thrown like an old rubbish sack into the van. I had lost all humanity in their eyes. This wasn't it. Noreen was put in solitary confinement in an 8 by 10 foot cell without windows in the Lahore prison. Some in Pakistan did try to save her. Punjab Governor Salman Taseer and Pakistan's Minority Affairs Minister Shehbaz Bhatti both supported Asia Bibi and publicly supported her, promising to knock for justice on her behalf and take all steps for her protection. What followed was the reality of Pakistan. On 4th of January 2011, at Kosar Market of Islamabad, the governor of Punjab, Salman Taseer, was assassinated by Malik Mumtaz Hussain Qadri, a 26-year-old member of his security team, because of his defense of Asia Bibi. His murdered Qadri was praised as a hero, and thousands of Pakistanis rallied in his support. Shehbaz Bhatti said that he was first threatened with death in June 2010, and when he was told that he would be beheaded if he attempted to change the blasphemy laws, on 2nd March 2011, Bhatti was shot dead by gunmen who ambushed his car near his residence in Islamabad, presumably because of his position on the blasphemy laws. He had been the only Christian member of Pakistan's cabinet. After spending almost a decade in jail, Asia Bibi was finally acquitted in 2018, but that led to huge protests on the street of Pakistan, with roads blocked and infrastructure damaged. The Supreme Court decision sparked protests in Lahore, Islamabad, Karachi, Peshawar and Multan. Christian schools in Lahore closed indefinitely for safety reasons following the protests. The government of Pakistan also shut down mobile phone networks on the 2nd of November. Asia was finally allowed to leave Pakistan on the 8th of May 2019, where she arrived in Canada to leave behind oppression and torture. On 22nd December 2020, the dead body of Karima Baloch was found submerged by the Toronto police at the Toronto waterfront. Her family reported that she went missing on the 2nd of December 20 days ago, and she was last seen in the Bay Street and Queens Quay West area of Toronto. Karima Baloch was a human rights and independence activist in 2005, where she led a protest in Tarbat over forced disappearances in the Pakistani province of Balochistan. She joined the Baloch Students Organization in 2006, serving in several different positions and eventually becoming the organization's chairperson in 2015. Karima Baloch's husband, Hamal Haider, had told Al Jazeera earlier that Baloch had been facing numerous and specific threats to her life due to her work in the past. Despite these, the Canadian police declared that there was no suspicion in Karima Baloch's death. When Baloch's body was returned to her family in Karachi, it was confiscated by the Pakistani security officials for hours. Then her hometown in Balochistan was placed under the control of paramilitary forces. A curfew was imposed on the region and mobile services were suspended, all to prevent thousands turning out for her funeral on Monday. Even after death, Pakistan viewed Karima Baloch as a threat to national security. In 2019, the Secretary General of Pakistan's Sikh Gurdwara Parbandhak Committee, Amir Singh, sent an appeal of a family that the daughter of a Sikh Granthi, Jagjit Kaur, was abducted near Nankana Sahib in Lahore and married to a Muslim man. The family warned of self-immolation in front of the governor's house in Lahore if the girl was not reunited with her family. The family filed a report of the kidnapping in the local police station. However, a day after the kidnapping, a video appeared showing the marriage of Jagjit Kaur to a Muslim boy named Muhammad Hassan, who was seen stating that she has converted to Islam and changed her name to Aisha. Pakistan formed a committee, and the committee told the family of the girl and the community members that she had embraced Islam of her free will after marrying Hassan. India raised with Pakistan the issue of abduction and forced conversion to Islam and sought for immediate remedial action. There was fake news spread of a divorce, but that was proven to be false. We've spoken about what Pakistan has done to its women, be it Baluchis, Christians or Sikhs. Here's a story now of a woman Pashtun activist. Gulala Ismail is a Pakistani human rights activist from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. She was born to a Pashtun family in Swabi and brought up in Peshawar in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In November 2017, the head of a Pakistani youth parliament in Mardan, Hamza Khan, falsely accused Ismail of blasphemy, a charge which Pakistan carried the death penalty, and urged his followers to kill her. The accuser was seemingly unhappy with the activism. Ismail denied the blasphemy allegation and in February 2018 filed a legal case against the accuser, after which he was arrested by the police. In a statement, Ismail said, "I stand not only for myself, this legal move will give voice to other people in Pakistan who are falsely charged with blasphemy." Blaming the system of education in Pakistan, Ismail said it's not the fault of Hamza Khan or his friends. The real perpetrator is the state that intentionally indoctrinates our children and youth in educational institutions. On 12 August 2018, she delivered a speech at the PTM public gathering in Swabi, which was organized by the Pashtun Tahaffuz movement to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the 1948 Babra massacre. Ismail and 18 other PTM activists were charged with making anti-state and anti-military comments at the rally on 18 January 2019. A video surfaced in which a 13-year-old boy, Hayat Khan from Kaisor, North Waziristan, said security forces of Pakistan had arrested his father and brother, and that his family had been facing harassment due to frequent visits by two security personnel to his home when he was only the male amongst the females present at home. On 27 January, Ismail visited Kaisor along with 5 other female PTM activists, Ismat Shahjahan, Bushra Gohar, Jamila Gilani, Sanai Jaz and Nargis Afshin Khatak, to express solidarity with Hayat's mother and to also interview the local women about other incidents of sexual harassment. On 6 February 2019, Ismail was arrested outside the National Press Club in Islamabad, along with dozens of other PTM activists, including Abdullah Nangyal. At an event protesting the murder of Pashtun rights activist Arman Loni, Ismail was shifted to an undisclosed location after arrest. During the detention, she was kept hungry and thirsty for 2 days in a cold, dirty room, which had a urine-soaked carpet. In 2019, during the government of Prime Minister Imran Khan, Ismail fled Pakistan and took refuge in the US after fearing for her life for speaking out against sexual assaults and disappearances, allegedly carried out by the Pak military. The situation of Hindus in Pakistan is as worse as the women we've discussed in this video previously. In 4th May 2023 in Sindh, in a single day, 50 Hindus were converted to Islam. As per Radio Free Europe, approximately 1,000 Hindu and Christian girls in Pakistan are abducted and converted to Islam annually. These girls, stolen from their family, are often forced to marry men twice their age, raped, sold into human trafficking rings, or forced into prostitution. Some Islamic seminaries teach that forcibly converting Hindu girls is equivalent to Haji Akbari, or the greatest religious duty for a Muslim. Between 2004 and 2018, there were 7,430 reported cases of kidnappings of Hindu girls in the Sindh province alone. While the actual number of cases is estimated to be much higher, Pak's legal system lacks laws safeguarding underage minority girls from abductions, forceful conversions and marriages. This is why Pakistan remains no place for women, and the state within its state, which is the Pak Army, is to be blamed for this too.